African message. Strictly African message, crystal clear. You hear the voice, the voice. Strictly for those who overstand.
energize concrete avenues. I feel like a conduit of those that have gone before. They find expression in the rhythms of ngoma, mbira, and kora. In this age, we, their children, inherit centuries and legacies of rebellion, riots, and rage. We were chosen to be convention breakers, to be creators and imagination wakers. The Babylon system can never take us, can never erase us. The beautiful African ones, finally born, reincarnations of our grandmothers and forefathers. Our heritage and history are the ammunition we use to defend, to contend for the sake of future seeds. Who are we? The feet walking on African streets. We are where spirit and mind have chosen to meet. We break dance to the rhythm of our own heartbeats and bomb the city in graffiti hieroglyphs. The lives we live are cosmic. Our victory consistently defies logic, because we never conform to the laws of nature, but we rise higher and higher in stature. For we are one and the same with the souls of the ancestors. We are what we are, the divinity of the universe thus far, far.
special salute to them three I'm about to mention their name. Man named Highway Ticket, a serious selector that you definitely need to check on. Yes, Lucas Highway Ticket. Then Douglas 3111. From day one they've been following the channel, posting words and comments of encouragement. From the early days when I only had like 2, 3, 1 viewer. These were the ones that used to be encouraging me to keep pushing. And to make it even more explicit, I will quote Adolf Einstein, who made it very clear and very, extremely well describing how he viewed life. Life, and it's so true, is just like you're on a bicycle. And for you to not tumble and fall, you gotta keep pushing, you gotta keep pedaling. Now, I do a lot of bicycle. And the amazing thing that it has taught me, that if I don't pedal, well, I'm not moving forward, but I will not keep a good balance. And I always use bicycling for my reality, my life. Always keep pedaling. Or just like a duck in the water, you see him all gracefully just sliding in the water. But if you happen to see him under the water, you'll see his feet just beating up the water, and that's how he seems to be sliding, looking so smooth and so cool. But Jah know, ain't no joke. And if he stop doing what he's doing, he ain't moving forward. So that's how I view myself. I gotta keep on pushing, I keep on working, gotta keep on fighting, gotta keep on standing firm. Always ready for the challenge, even smile at it. No matter the difficulty, I just smile and take a good bite. And after all, if I get defeated or if I'm victorious, at least I stood up to it. And that's how I believe we ought to be. No matter how small we are or how big we think we are, we gotta face the challenge with a smile and be determination. There ain't no backing down on that. And that's why I play the music that I play. That's why it's hard. That's why it's them kind of style. Strictly, we face them or we face it. We don't just crush and cry and be defeated for even attempting to face the challenge. That's how we were made to be, all of us, no exception. Most of it, the only fear is to have fear of fear itself. Because for real, ain't nothing to be afraid of. These are just emotions. Let's face it. Always. After all, I think that fear is something normal. Fear is what preserves us. I mean, it's understandable. to face one fear. That is the point. That is the reason. Strictly African style. So again, I want to say thank you to Da. What a thing. Yes, greetings. And again, Ari Ticket, thank you for your ongoing support. Douglas 3111. And all those who are just listening. That I don't know of. Each of everyone, I want to say thank you. But hear them time music. Ain't no weak-out music. Ain't no coward music, you know. Yes. Take it. Forward ever, backward no more. I believe that our ancestors paid the price for us to be standing up the way we do. And always taking up, smiling at the challenge. Even smiling at our defeats, which are never permanent. We turn them into victories. Battle won, battle lost, so what? We're still in the race. And it will be over when it will be over. In the meantime, we keep stepping forward with a smile on our face, picking up every challenge that come our way, one by one, strictly African style. Them kind of style, them African beat style, man. Them kind of style, they ain't trying to show them style to them people. They trying like we just some little play happy, play cool, play nice, and smile in the meantime. Almost stopping. Like a jigaboo nonsense, huh? Them style, true African style. Them style, we are charged for. Take a hit, and guess what? You never feel no pain. Hunting with our music can come hard, but ain't paining not one. On the opposite, give us strength. Strictly African beats. Them style real black music, you know, Rasta music. I mean, what can I say? You hear it? We can't make that up. Blueprint. Them style we won't be playing at Babylon Radio, you know. Move ya. Fire music. Also have to add them music at the edge of 2025. It's almost like we're already in 2026, passing through 26, going to 27, passing 27. I'm talking about the year. That music way ahead of the time what it is right now. That music crucial at the cutting edge of the avant-garde sound of liberation. Strictly African beat. I see that my big brother, I mean it, brother. The man named I Rasa Warrior. Out of his very busy, big timer. Rastakan credential. You remember those days, Rasa Warrior, almost 20 years ago, huh? You envision everything that is taking place today. I know I used to reason with Rasa Warrior way back 20 years ago. My man said, look, this is what's gonna happen. Visionary brother. The brother had vision that would just come true. This man, he visionary everything that is taking place right now. Yes, a warrior. On a higher meditation. Yes, Rasa Warrior, Wadada. Thank you for being here, Aya. Wait. Let me tell you something about Rasa Warrior. My man is a painter, artist. My man is a musician. My man is a thinker, philosopher. My man is a singer. My man mystical. My man is a worldwide traveler. My man be topping up the chart, you know, the root scene, you know. Yet my man remain humble, right? My man is a family man too. My man is a brother. And I ain't saying that because his name is Rasa Warrior. He earned everything that I'm saying. We seen it. Wherever he go, the Rasta man is highly respected. And he earned it. And my man is a follower of Jah. My man from the island called Karikou. You all know where is Karikou. It's time for you to find out about Karikou. Somewhere in the Caribbean. From a humble beginning, look at him now. Shine bright, shine, up. Strictly raw music. Raw people, children of the sun, can be defeated. Yeah, that's how it is. Babylon would never have the last word when it comes to we. Cannot. That's not how the narrative is supposed to be told. The music we used to play them 20 years ago when we started playing radio in Washington, D.C. D.C. got quiet. D.C. was just trying to, still listening to Shabba Ranks and all them. When we came with this kind of music, they just look left, look right. And start to tremble because they knew Rastaman was in town. Rootsman was in town. And we never stopped. We never water it down. Never ever water down. No. We keep it raw, we keep it clean, we keep it just the way how it was supposed to be until we armor them and armor them and armor them. 20 years forward, them start play, they start play. That's what we call Vanguard. That's what we call cutting edge. Strictly creation music. Listen to this. Yo, the African beat style. Yeah, people don't remember. Used to be a time used to make fun of the African thing, you know. But now all you see is what? Creation style. Where does creation start? Strictly creation matter now. Without creation there will be no beginning, right? The origin of the beginning. Strictly creation style. Strictly Rastaman fire. And that's one thing Avatar got it so wrong. Yeah, I said it. Avatar got the music wrong. Playing some Hollywood nonsense music, man. Them beat here. Them beat here. Hear this? Ain't no playing. Teaching in dubs, teaching in roots, teaching in liberation message. One special thoughts and love to the Black Mix family. This year's session is dedicated to the work, the legacy of Black Mix, the man from Karikou, the man who revolutionized the UK sound. Yes, in the same manner as the Mad Professor. The power, the mighty, mighty, mighty sound of the Black Mix. Yes. To him we honor, to him we dedicate this session. And a special thought to his family, to his daughter, his son, and to Special A, Wadada, with ultimate salute and condolence.
This invocation This invocation to the guardians of the African nation to awaken a generation overtaken by situations not of their making. Contemplating the reality of unequal society, they drink mixtures to escape sobriety. Social media connectivity is the new community for youth disconnected from their roots, from inner truth. The ancient voice has gone mute. Pan-Africanism has died. Consumerism thrives. Globalization controls our mind. This invocation to the guardians of the African nation to awaken a generation overtaken by situations not of their making. Contemplating the reality of unequal society, they drink mixtures to escape sobriety. Social media connectivity is the new community for youth disconnected from their roots, from inner truth. The ancient voice has gone mute. Pan-Africanism has died. Consumerism thrives. Globalization controls our minds. The elites rule our lives. The reality of our times is a post-colonial demise. This invocation to the guardians of the African nation to awaken a generation overtaken by situations not of their making. Contemplating the reality of unequal society, they drink mixtures to escape sobriety. Social media connectivity is the new community for youth disconnected from their roots, from inner truth. The ancient voice has gone mute. Pan-Africanism has died. Consumerism thrives. Globalization controls our minds. The elites rule our lives. The reality of our times is a post-colonial demise. Prosperity preachers, the new missionaries, colonizing us spiritually, brainwashing us religiously. Welcome to Africa in the 21st century.
Yes. You see, you hear? Now don't play deaf on us. Don't come around and say you've been deaf and blind and dumbed down. In 2025, you cannot allow yourself to be deaf, dumbed down, and dumb. Especially if you are who you are. Clarity always. No matter the discomfort, you have to stand on solid ground. All these illusion, all these broken promises that were given to us since the day we were born. At least now, today, face this reality, open up your eyes. Clarity always. Seek clarity. Can be spiritually brainwashed. Nah, that's too much of it. You gotta face the nightmare and enjoy it.
to an open letter that was written to the Pope on Martin Luther King's birthday by Assata Shakur. Assata Shakur, who was with the Black Liberation Army, a former Black Panther. She's in exile in Cuba. In the United States, she was convicted and sentenced to life in prison for the 1973 murder of a New Jersey state trooper. It's a crime she says she did not commit. She was able to escape from prison. She went to Cuba, and she has written this letter to
Your Holiness, I hope this letter finds you in good health, in good disposition, and enveloped with the spirit of goodness. I must confess that it had never occurred to me before to write you, and I find myself overwhelmed and moved to have this opportunity. Although circumstances have compelled me to reach out to you, I am glad to have this occasion to try and cross the boundaries that would otherwise tend to separate us. I understand that the New Jersey State Police have written to you and asked you to intervene and to help facilitate my extradition back to the United States. I believe that their request is unprecedented in history, since they have refused to make their letter to you public, although they have not hesitated to publicize their request. I am completely uninformed as to the accusations they are making against me. Why, I wonder, do I warrant such attention? What do I represent that is such a threat? Please let me take a moment to tell you about myself. My name is Assata Shakur, and I was born and raised in the United States. I am a descendant of Africans who were kidnapped and brought to the Americas as slaves. I spent my early childhood in the racist segregated South. I later moved to the northern part of the country, where I realized that black people were equally victimized by racism and oppression. I grew up and became a political activist, participating in student struggles, the anti-war movement, and most of all, in the movement for the liberation of African Americans in the United States. I later joined the Black Panther Party, an organization that was targeted by the COINTELPRO program.
Yes, fire music. Jam music. Can be played in a well, the music, man, you know, it's too fire for them here, man. Way too fire. It's how them shaking them boots. Fire music. What happen if you put your hand into fire? Can't play with that music, man. That music gonna burn you, man. Fire them, you know. Lava. Ain't no trick music. Yes. Fire music. What happen if you put your hand into fire? You get burned. Fire music. Can't play with that. Can't handle that. Them Ibrahim Traore music, you know. Them Mali music. Them Niger music. Them Burkina Faso music. That's the spirit. Keep it intact. Fire music. Fire music. What happens if you put your hand into fire? You play with fire, what happens? Huh? Some of them like to play with fire. Fire music. You can't play with fire. If you play with fire, you're gonna get burned. You see our music? Fire music. Strictly militant fire. Burn them. Since I was a child, they told me, don't put your hand into fire. Or if you put your hand into fire, you won't get burned. You see big men walking around, still don't know that. So I play with our music, put their hand, get burned. You can't, no you can't. Can't play with I. Fireman. Burn them. Gotta see us with smile and all this. Fireman style. More fire. Now you understand where come more fire? Them people were saying more fire with some funny rhythm. But this your rhythm. More fire. Fire burn. What happen if you put your hand into fire, huh? What gonna happen to you? You get burned. Fire music. Fireman. Who ready to challenge Simon? Fire music against what? Huh? Your kindergarten music, man. Just chop up, man. Chop up, chop, go, move. Get hot, it melts like a melting pot. A man named Dilinga used to say that when them play I fire music. You hear them? The melting pot. When the herd get hot. When I music, we are charged for. The fire just start burn all around, you know. Fire blaze. The melting pot. Yeah, I have to say thank you for those tuning in. You know, only for those who understand. Most people can stay more than 10 seconds watching video. 5 seconds listening to music. And our music is you're back in school, you know, teaching in roots and dub. When we blaze them fire music. Those who understand, stopping them track and know it's serious business are going on now. With the African teacher in action. Yes, teaching in roots, teaching in dub. Strictly hardcore style. That's how we go enter 2026. Challenge them, tumble them. Face all challenges. Never jump in the pit, jump over it. Climb up the mountain, swim up the sea. Strictly, you know. That's the spirit in anyhow. The spirit of the warriors, mental warriors. So once again, thank you for tuning in. I hope you got the message. I hope you got the deep, hardcore meaning of this session. Remember the analogy of the dog. You see the dog, right? Just sliding underwater. It looks so cool and easy. But just underneath that water, the dog feet racing ferociously, hardcore. Yet you see the duck on the surface just smiling, just cruising. That's the spirit. Never show them how hard things are. Never show them. Always keep a smile and face your challenge. Actually welcome them. Make you stronger and harder. Strictly African style. Dedicate this session again to Black Mix family. One by one, all of them in my heart. Condolences. Tribute to a warrior, a teacher, an African defender, man of integrity and seriousness. Black Mix Wadada, strictly. Once again, thank you for those on YouTube, those on Facebook for tuning in. Until next time. And as far as having a live session, yeah, we're working on it. Certainly we have one at, of course, in Baltimore, but at the record shop called True Vine. This is the only friendly drum and bass, hardcore, loud enough that can handle us. All these other plays, I don't know, maybe they're too bougie. Strictly joke business, man. I'm serious, man. We're here to drum it up, bass it up, free up, playing top quality music. They still won't be playing Shabba and all them. Come on, man. Like we see in 1990. And I strictly Vanguard music, way ahead. Top quality, no joke business. So if you can handle that, you're welcome to join us at our next session. We have a date, and again the location, True Vine, 1827 North Charles. Just about 2 blocks from the train station in Baltimore City. You can't miss that. The famous Charles Street. In a record shop. You know, some people understand what's LPs, records, 45 are all about. About music, and we deal with music. So if you're a music lover, yeah, you're welcome. Let's see if you can handle that. You see some of them just run out, but those who stay, strictly musical, strictly hardcore, liberation music. Until next time, Wadada, Seska, Fasimba, 1-1.